Okay, so the rational zero theorem or rational root theorem, you'll see it called both things, is referring to the rational zeros of a polynomial, and this represents just a basic polynomial. The degree could be anything, so they denote that or write that as n. This just means the coefficient, the a sub n means the coefficient to the x term that has the n exponent. And then you have a polynomial that goes all the way down to the constant. So the rational zero theorem says that you can find a list of numbers where your rational zeros of that polynomial are somewhere in that list. So to list the possible rational zeros of a polynomial, you're going to use any possibility of p over q, where p is a factor of the constant and q are the factors of the leading coefficient. So what I'm going to do first is list the possible p values. Well, my constant is 5. So my factors of 5 are just 1 and 5. And then my q is my leading coefficient. Well, here my leading coefficient, it is in standard form. My leading coefficient is 2. So my factors of 2 are 1 and 2. Try to keep these in order as you go along, meaning from least to greatest, and it will help organize it a little bit better. So then when I'm finding the list of possible rational zeros, I need to find any combination of p over q. Now when you're listing these, you're going to have to use a plus or minus on every term, okay? Because either of them could be positive or they could be negative. So what I like to do is first go through and I'm going to do all of the p's over the first q. And then I would go through and do all of the p's over the next q. And then I would go through and do all of the p's over, if there was another q, I would use it over that. And that way I'm finding all the possibilities of any p over any q. So for this one, I have first is 1 over 1, which is 1, so that's plus or minus 1, plus or minus 5 over 1, which is plus or minus 5. Then I go to my next one, 1 over 2. So plus or minus 1/2. And then I'm using 5 over 2. So plus or minus 5 over 2. And you're listing all the combinations that you can get of any p over q. Okay, so that's it for today. Go ahead and try this though. Pause it and try it on your own, and I will do this one in the notes for you so you can check your answer. But I'll give you about 5 seconds, so pause it and then I'll start going over the answer. So you can check your p's. I have a possibility of factors of 8, which is going to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. And notice I kept these in numerical order. And my q is factors of 3, which are just going to be 1 and 3. Okay? So then to find my list of possible rational roots, understand the question and what you're doing. So I have plus or minus 1 over 1, plus or minus 2 over 1, plus or minus 4 over 1, plus or minus 8 over 1. And then I have plus or minus 1 over 3, plus or minus 2 over 3, plus or minus 4 over 3, plus or minus 8 over 3. And that's my list of all the possible rational zeros. And there you go. That's it.